The city of Sacramento, the capital of the great state of California, a city bursting with family activity and the love of American tradition. Sacramento, a city which remembers to honor those who currently serve and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Sacramento, the city for all Californians to exercise their rights to peaceably assemble, and a city for parents to send their children on field trips in order to learn our golden history and see the price of our freedom. In order for Californians to visit their capital, the Sacramento Police Department has remained vigilant in fighting crime and protecting our families. The Sacramento Police diligently work to make our streets safe from crime within our community or from those who come from elsewhere. The Sacramento Police have sworn an oath to serve and protect this community in order to have safe neighborhoods for our children to live and play. Unfortunately, crime in this city is growing in spite of valiant efforts of our men and women in uniform. The Sacramento Police are pushed to their limits with calls that go unanswered simply because there are not enough officers to protect our ever-growing population. There is a threat to our police, not one that comes at the end of a knife or a gun.
Copy information pending 952, no units available.
Potential units information, Bravo 35 to start, 319 12th Street. They're saying 10 minutes ago the complainant was 211 at gunpoint. I'm still waiting for any information at all. Supposed to be at 211 at gunpoint, granted it was about 10 minutes ago when I talked to someone involved. That's a code 4. Fire didn't have the 29th and J. John, so they're checking that one out. I still don't have anyone available.
Is it appears we would barely be adding any positions at all over where we are this year. We'd only, if I understand correctly, we'd only be adding 3 new positions. And how many new positions net?
The proposal for Measure U would be 40.
No, not for Measure. I'm talking about our total operating budget proposed by staff for this fiscal year. How many authorized positions are in that budget for police department versus how many are in the current year budget?
It would be a net 18 because there are 33 proposed to be eliminated and 51 proposed to be added.
So the
that's civilian and sworn.
No, I'm talking about sworn.
Okay, then it's a net 40 add and 29 lost, so a net 11 add in 14, and then.
So what do you have as being the total number of sworn positions? No, total authorized under the staff proposed budget, considering both sworn or only sworn officers, but considering both Measure U and general fund, just our total number of sworn officers authorized.
Gets complicated because we have the loss of the 60, so we just want to make sure we're netting it correctly.
Yeah,
and those will get added
I'm talking
back.
reality, how many we have authorized this year, and then how many would be authorized under the staff proposed budget for the coming fiscal year. And I understand there's ups, there's downs, you got subtractions, additions. I want to know the net.
I know this. And I had it.
What? Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Yes,
Councilmember Default.
Thank you, Mayor. I think we have Chief or Scott Pettengill. I mean, we need to flesh these numbers out because realistically, I think we've worked on this, and the Chief and the staff wants to come to the podium. Let's have this discussion. Ultimately, where are we at? 653, I think the city manager piped in.
Well, that's my understanding is we're going from 653 to 656. And if I'm wrong on that, then, and I'm talking sworn officers net, without the labels of which source of funds, just all the sources of funds together.
Okay. So total, if we add back the 60, we are at 616, and that is less the 29. that will have been the
No,
budget.
I'm talking about this year authorized, we're at 653. I'm not talking about vacant positions.
Okay, so.
I'm talking about authorized positions.
So if we add the 29 back, it's 635. That's where we're at. Plus, they had grant-funded positions that were also eliminated in the proposed budget. So we can't forget that we are netting those out as well. And that's why our it's the grant-funded. And they're going to go away anyway. Those won't ever come back.
So last we discussed, we had a net of 3 plus 2 civilians. We will hopefully, our staff is working on it right now. The numbers I feel from the police department are pretty accurate.
All right.
I mean,
well, if you need a few more minutes, I can come back to that, because the basic point I'm trying to make is that I understand our budget's complicated and we have a lot of different sources of funds. But with Measure U, the basic concept is that we want to restore positions that have been cut in the past. And the idea we never told voters, well, we're going to net out some other things and do this and do that. So really, the bottom line is you're only going to have 3 new positions. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, it's 653 less 8 grant-funded positions that are eliminated because of a loss of grant.
No, I'm talking about this fiscal year.
I am 653. And then I'm trying to back us up
No,
to how
wait,
we get
wait.
to the proposal. So it's 653, but the number that the chief said was 653, and I concur with that.
Okay.
That was the number you had.
That's this year.
Yes.
Okay. And what's proposed, don't tell me why, just tell me what's proposed net for this coming fiscal year. That's the only number I want.
May I include the 60
No,
grant-funded
I want to
positions?
know a simple number.
656.
It's
I'm trying to get away from advocacy.
without
here.
Measure U, with Measure U or without?
Total.
So total.
Net.
656.
So the bottom line, I understand there's reasons why the numbers go up and why they go down. The bottom line is the staff proposed budget, and I'm not saying it's irrational, but the proposal is we only have 3 net new positions over what we have in the current fiscal year. I don't feel that's what I promised folks in Measure U, and I understand that there are different funding sources that come and go, but the bottom line, 3 net new positions is insufficient in my view, and so I appreciate that Daryl's bringing up that issue, and that adding 15 positions would help demonstrate more of a commitment to public safety and to law enforcement in particular. But as